Hey skyscraper here, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So today we're back, we're playing some luck incremental. It's going to be a relatively shorter video today, I'd imagine, but either way, we'll get right into it. So I've made some progress. I am now tier 50, as you can see at the top. We do have a few sandstone, I've got some cacti, I've pretty much got up to everywhere except for rubies. I did manage to get the ore extractor as well. I can't even remember if I made a video on this or not. That's just where my memory is at the moment. But either way, if I did, then of course you'd know. If not, then now you do. So I don't know why there's a miner from Clash Royale, but that's quite funny. So anyway, what we can do then is we are going to be progressing to hopefully get some rubies for the first time today. And that's all we really need to do. And in order to get there, it's going to take a while because I mean, realistically, I do need to get a ton of different stats and everything. So firstly, what we could do is start off with the 10 times World 3 stats, which I currently do have on, which is nice. So we'll just go ahead and maximize these. We'll just do it one more time. And now we'll get the extra sand, move over to here and close the chat, close the frequently asked questions, because apparently I'm misclicking like everything now. And we will start the upgrade. So we're looking okay at the moment. We're already up to, what are we on? QN was that? Yeah, QN already. So nice. We've already maxed out the first board, which is actually really good to see. I don't know why I upgraded Z, but we'll go for it anyway. And in this case, we need to get to the point to where we can just one-shot everything over here, which will take a while. But again, it's not really that difficult once you get some momentum going. And as soon as you can get like to 1 million on this one, you're pretty much looking really good, to be honest. And then you can just easily farm some cacti, and the rest is history. So that's the play. This is all we're doing. This is all you really do need to do, to be completely honest. So we'll just rotate between those two. I'm not even bothering with Z anymore. I'm sure it makes some difference. That's probably why it's an upgrade in general. However, in this case, I'm not really too concerned because we can just focus in on what matters most, which is these two. So we're now at a decent point to where we can max out this board one more time. And then we've now just done it. We'll go up to maybe like 50. We'll go up to like 50 plus. There we go. And now we'll run over here, 99 bill. So we're on 104 billion right now. And that gives me 18 million points over here. So let's upgrade cacti. We'll go backwards to forwards. I'm not really too bothered about luck because luck isn't my priority at the moment. Because to be honest, tier 100 is pretty unrealistic for me at the moment. So we will just stick to what we can get. And we did make it to 50 though. So 50 is still really good. I'm happy with 50. Let's upgrade these. We'll just keep rotating between them. This is all you really need to do at this area, guys. And to be completely honest, it's quicker just to rotate between these two and then just to do this one again instead of standing on this one for ages. Because as you can see, we're on 6 trill for some reason. I'm pretty sure I had a bit more than that a moment ago, but no, it wasn't. Okay, so 7 trill right there. Let's just step on the button just to show you my point. So as you can see, we're on 7.5 right now, and we was on it for what, 10 seconds perhaps? But if we just upgrade these and then do this and then just quickly get the upgrades all over again, it'll pretty much go back to like 7 trill straight away. Yeah, 12 trill in this case. So you can see it's just quicker to rotate between the two platforms instead of AFK and one for ages. I mean, I'd only advise to do that if you're AFK because some progress is better than nothing, surely. And as you can see, it does slightly help. However, if you're actually active and playing the game like I am in this case, you just want to rotate between the 2 or the 3, whatever your rotation is, just keep rotating because it does make it slightly easier. And well, in fact, it makes it significantly easier. So keep that in mind. We will now go over to here. We'll get our 23.45 trill. We'll upgrade everything and we will now go with cacti again to start with. And then we'll just do the same upgrade rotation as last time because it worked very well for me. And there we go. So let's go back to the drawing board. We'll come back to this one. We'll just max out these. Looking really good at the moment. And now we can just simply go ahead and upgrade everything once again. And just rotate between the two boards. So 18 trillion right there for basically nothing. And now we'll probably be up to like 50 plus, I'd imagine. If we're not, I'd be very surprised. Probably even a bit more, actually. Hopefully we are. Oh, okay, maybe not. Apparently I have no idea what I'm talking about. So let's just keep the momentum going. We're going to farm. Every bit of progress helps anyway. So we'll get some stats going. We're up to 1.4 OC right now. And that gave me almost 40 trillion right there. So we'll absolutely take that. And now we can just rotate between the two again. We're almost back to sandstone. Well, I can get a ton of sandstone at the moment, but I don't think I can even get enough to where it's worthwhile getting it at this point, but we'll check in a second. So we're up to 10 OC right now, almost 12 OC. What's that? 96 trill right there. That one should now push me over 100 trillion. And what did we have before when we went to the cacti area? 24.8, I think it was. So as you can see, we've already basically almost 4 to 5 times X our progress. So we'll be keeping at it. And this is all you really need to do, guys. This is how you play these games. I say it in every video. Hopefully you can learn a thing or two from my videos, because that's why I make them, to hopefully help, and hopefully people find them useful. And if you do, let me know, because I enjoy making them. And this is more of a hobby. I do it for fun. I don't need to do it, but I enjoy it, so I do. Alright, so let's get those final upgrades onto sand. Everything is quite expensive now on that board. So what that means to me is we do need to just go ahead, and we're going to go up to 50 or so. Alright, so 52 OC, if you're wondering what I was referring to. Let's go over here right now, and we could get, how many can we get? 36 bill, is that it? That's not even that good. I need a trill for that one, but yeah, that seems a bit low actually. Perhaps what we could do then is, I mean, we could get the bill over here, but again, it's not really much, is it? Let's just do it. And then we'll go with this and this. We didn't get any more cacti upgrades because everything's just so expensive, and I did upgrade to max because it's easier that way. So now we are looking relatively okay. So 20 bill right there. And now we can just come in with these upgrades. I did upgrade Z for some reason, or Xi, however you want to say it, but either way, it's still fine. It doesn't really change much. So let's keep these upgrades going right now. Again, just rotating back and forth. That's all you really need to do on this game. And then we're back to OC already in terms of sand. We'll get these upgrades 71 and 70. And then we can just max these out. We're pretty much one-shotting all of those, which is nice to see. So 1k right there. How much are we even getting per pickup now? Or per button press is the question. So 130 trill, not too bad. And now we can just keep rotating back and forth. I want to try and get to 150 if possible, but again, it just depends how much. Okay, we've already smashed that one out the park. Let's go for 200 if possible. I don't know if that's realistic or not, or if that's a bit too high. But again, we'll just have to see. 183, I think we should be able to get it now, perhaps. So we'll just have to see what happens with it. So there we go. And 200, so we've done it. Nice, good job right there. Let's come over to here. 1.2 bill again. Are you serious right now? So let's just go with those two to make up for the lack of the upgrades on those two the last time. So we're back over to the board 1 right now. And again, we're just rotating between everything. We'll just max these out quickly. If you can't max them out, there's no point of waiting to max those upgrades out. Just get as many as you can on sand and just RP, really, sand and RP specifically. And then just rotate between these two. You only really need sand and RP, but I don't even know I'm maxing the other two out because it probably makes next to no difference. Let's actually just check. So we're getting like, what, 10 OC a go? Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. I'm sure it does, but it's probably so minuscule at this point, it probably makes no difference in the grand scheme of things. But we'll just max them out anyway, because it takes like, what, 1 millisecond to max both? So why not, I guess? Why not? All right, so here we go. We're back up to this. So let's go ahead and max that one out again. 86 trill right there. Again, that seems a bit lower than what it was before, but again, we'll slowly get back up, I'm sure. And now 150. Let's just upgrade that for the sake of it. So it was on 150 right there. Let's see if it even does anything. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. Not really, but I'm obviously sure it does. That's why these upgrades exist, or maybe they're just not even for me anymore, and I'm simply just wasting my time by clicking them. But then again, it's only like a second or two lost because they just upgrade to max regardless. So either way, it shouldn't really change too much, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and get back to 200 trillion per go right now. And then we could probably just rotate back and forth between these two. I do want to try and get up to 2k on that one if possible. But again, we'll just have to see what happens with it. So we do only need one more. So we need 400 trill this time to get there. And then that should probably just be a few rotations of this. Why did we only get 30 trill? Hello? What went wrong? Did I not get any afterwards? Maybe that was the case. So yeah, I definitely didn't. All right, so we slightly messed up, but it's all good because we just make so much now anyway. It doesn't really change the outcome of much of things. So there we go. We'll upgrade sand as well. We'll try and get to, I don't even know, 1 QA. or QD, sorry. Let's see if that's possible. We'll try and get to 1 QD. I'm sure we can do it. And yeah, we can easily do it. So we should only need like 1 go, hopefully. So there we go, and then that should be it, right? Yep, perfect. So 1 QD has been achieved. Let's come over to here. We barely get any more stats, which is quite sad to see, but I mean, it's just what it is, and there's no point of crying about it because it's just how the game is, unfortunately. So let's now look at sandstone. That is probably my next upgrade to go for. So we'll upgrade these. We'll just start farming this one too very quickly just to get back to where we were. And then when we get to OC, I'll probably just start spamming sandstone if possible, because that's what I need. And we'll just see what happens with it. So we've maxed this out right here. We're up to what, 27 or so OC. So not too bad. We'll go up to 100 and then we'll just run to the other side and just see what we're able to get for it. So there we go, 108. And now we can just jump up top, jump around everything and see how much we can get. So 38, basically 38. And again, not ideal, but we'll take it for what it is. Let's go with these two mainly because they were the ones that were lacking the most. So now we should see a boost in the amount of sand we get as well as tumbleweed. So hopefully that one does pay off. And I'm sure it will. So let's come back over to here. We'll just leave that be because again, we can just rotate between back and forth between these two forever. And it's much quicker to do it like this than it is to the other way. So in this case, we'll just now go with these. Boom, max that board out already. And it did reset my cacti, if you're wondering. So that's probably why it's a bit slower for me at the moment. But again, we'll still make it work, no problem at all. And we'll just get back to where we were in just a matter of time. So really good to see. Let's go ahead and get some cacti right now. I think that will be beneficial for us because it does help. And we can go for this. Yep, boom, 116 right there. Let's go for this upgrade first, and then these. Go for that one too. For some reason I thought I did upgrade cacti first, but I thought that was luck because it was green. I didn't really pay attention to the RP on the far left, sorry. I was just too busy looking at the far right side, but again, it's all good because, hey, I mean, it'll all work out anyway. So, all right, good upgrade so far. Let's go back and rotate between the two right now. Let's just continuously upgrade these to max. We can quickly come back over to this one. 4 trill right there. Let's just max those two out as high as we can. We'll do one more rotation and then we should be good to go for some more cacti. So 22 trill right there, boom. And now let's save up for some cacti, come on. And there we go. We'll go up to, what, 10 OC perhaps? Maybe 5 for the sake of the video, otherwise we'll just be here forever. And perfect, so that gives me 55 trill. We'll now come over to this bit, boom. Go with this one first, go with this one second, and then lastly the sand upgrade. And now we are looking very, very good. So let's continuously do this. This is basically all you have to do on any incremental game where it's just farming like this. So yeah, this is all you need to do. You just rotate between them all. I know it takes time, but it's easy. And it isn't really too time consuming, to be honest. And if you say it is, then maybe these games aren't for you because I would imagine you're not the target audience. Anyway, let's rotate between the two. We're up to 33 right there. Now we can just drop back to this one. I'm looking for probably 60 plus on this one, maybe. Maybe that's a bit too optimistic, but we shall see. And now we go for 88. Perfect. So really good to see that. Let's rotate between these two once more. And then we should now be able to go for these upgrades. And we are looking really good, actually. So here we go. We could go for, what can we do? How much do I even have? 125. Let's go for that one over 1,000, and then we'll just go for this. So now I think it's time to get some more cacti in a second. So we'll go up to 50 with this one, 50 OC, and we ran off it too quickly, but now we're up to 63. We get 137 trillion, and that gives me 1 billion over here. So really good. We'll take that. And now we've got some upgrades on the board. We can now run back to this one. And again, this is basically the farm, guys. So we're doing okay. We're actually doing really well. So I'm happy with our progress. Let's just keep rotating between the two. And again, this is all you need to do on these games. And this formula works, trust me. You can see it's working because we are getting more than before. And now, basically all I'm trying to do, the logic behind this is to try and just build my sand multiplier up as high as possible. Because the purpose of it is to try to get as much sand as possible for when we do need to get to the sandstone. It should give me more. So we'll just see what happens. We'll rotate between these two, 1.6 right there. So we'll just go for it, put all that in and everything else. And now we are looking really good. So let's go back to where we were. I think in terms of sandstone, we probably won't see too much of a gain at the moment because my sandstone multiplier hasn't changed because of the fact that we've just been mainly focusing in on sand. So we should probably see more sand in return from this station. But if we run over to the sandstone station, we'll probably see roughly the same amount as before because I've not really done anything to influence that multiplier to sandstone. So it won't really change too much in terms of that. However, we will now be getting more sand. So let's just quickly check that. Yep, as you can see, we're getting 70 odd OC a go right now, which when we went to cash in, what did we get? We went for like 38 bill, I think. That's how much sandstone we got. But when we get up to 1000 OC, I don't even know what the number is, so we'll just say 1000 in this case. So 1 NO. So when we get to 1 NO, let's just see how much we get now for reference, and we get 42. So yeah, not a big jump as what I expected it to be. But the issue is I didn't really change anything to do with sandstone, so maybe we just take it for what it is and maybe just continuously farm this for a bit. But either way, that's all you really need to do when it comes to these games. So hopefully you do go on to enjoy this video. I know it's a bit of a shorter one and it's just me really farming these upgrades. And if this is something you hate doing, you can farm alongside with me. You can always come back to this video and watch me farming it as well. It's like a study with me video, but I'm not studying, I'm playing this game. So so yeah, there you go. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. We're going to hopefully get rubies inside of the next video, or possibly I could come back later and just have a follow-up to this part, but we'll just see how it goes because there's a lot of things I do need to do today. So realistically, I do not know how much I can actually play because my time today is quite limited. So maybe there's a follow-on part, maybe there isn't, but either way, I'll get rubies at some point in the foreseeable future, and I will showcase to you guys once I've got it, and there will be World 4. We could just say World 4 is imminent on this game. So that's where we'll leave it. So thanks for watching guys, hopefully you did enjoy it. Check out my other videos, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.